I'll check the page too. All right, that's good.
You go ahead and open up.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna do that. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bachakodash. Double honors be to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, to rule well. Peace, blessing, salutations be to the hopefully elect. And well, I'm handing over to you now.
Yeah, so it's me and the brother Malachi, we was just speaking on before we started this lesson about, just everything that's happening in America. Babylon the Great, from the different companies pushing, the jab to up to, I think, today or yesterday, where the NFL is now bringing out these different mandates for their players. And then you got certain players, some of their superstars, they're not with this. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 years ago, everything was all good. That's why I want to jump in right here in Matthew's 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also be the coming of the Son of Man. Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So back in 2019, everything was all good. The NFL players, they was living their best life. But then, CV-19 hit, it shut down. It started out shutting down the college basketball because that was doing March Madness. Canceled that, cut out the NBA season. They pushed it back. The hockey season, it got pushed back. So all the sports just basically got canceled because they was basically living their best life. But the Lord he brought that pandemic that closed everything down, and now everything is slowly opening back up. And now Esau is tightening the grip on everybody. First it was, you know what I'm saying? First it was, we're not gonna mandate it. But now businesses, teams, all these different places are slowly bringing out the different mandates. Because I read something a little while ago, I think yesterday, where I think the president was saying he's looking like towards the end of August or September, hoping that he can get full FDA approval. We all know as soon as this devil gets that full FDA approval, then he has the license to go ahead and roll out mandate, because what the scripture say, he framed his mischief by law. So he would have that on the book to say, hey, this is now safe. This is now a safe and this is a safe jab for the people because it's been approved by the FDA. And I'm gonna continue. You got something you want to say? You got something you want to bring up?
No.
Okay, come. Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So these jakes don't realize what's going on. We in the time of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. The Lord finna send his son back. And the closer and closer we get to the end, this devil is going to be tightening the grips on. He's going to be coming, Revelation 12 and 12. This devil is going to be coming down with great wrath because he knows he's got a short time. He doesn't have 15 years to roll out the jab. He doesn't have that amount of time. He can't slow walk. He used to, doing anything in secrecy, doing it, maybe this year I rolled this out. And then 5 years from now, we'll roll this out. No, this devil, it seems like day by day, new revelations coming to pass, because this devil, he's seeing the chariots, he's seeing the prophets on the streets, he's seeing all these different signs coming to pass. So this devil, he having to speed everything up. He doesn't have time to slowly roll things out, like a slow, methodical plan. He can't be in the shadows doing it how he used to. He's gonna eventually have to bring the sword out, because his deception, his witchcraft isn't working the way it used to because you got too many people. You even got the truth community. They seeing right through his lies and deception. The prophets, we see through his lies and deception. So now he's going to eventually have to come out and get, the men of the Lord. And we understand when this devil does that, a standard is going to be lifted up on this devil.
I wanted to go ahead and bring this up real quick, since you mentioned how, you spoke about how Esau ain't going to slow down. And really everything, these different prophecies and plagues that are coming, nothing is going to actually get better. That's just him being that serpent that he always is, trying to feed people lies to calm them down. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 37 to 39. Actually, I'll read down to 40. Because 40 especially goes into, because we're talking about making a choice. Well, spoken about how people need to make a choice real soon. And you're starting to see it go down the list because they're talking about in September, they're going to start with military people. Now they're talking about NFL players. And eventually it's going to lead to your everyday Joe Schmo having to make a choice. Mm-hmm. But this is 2 Ezra 16 and 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." So these prophecies are going to, like it tells you in Habakkuk, though it tarry, wait for it, for it will surely come, it will not tarry. These different things are going to constantly come to pass, and you're going to start seeing it come more rapidly. I mean, because, a few years ago, there was hurricanes that were happening that were really crazy. And you still have people that would say, this happens every year. I was watching Eli Ashwamba's video yesterday, and he was bringing out these different floods and uproars, stuff like that. This stuff does not happen every year. This is clearly something that has not been seen before. And pretty soon it's going to become so evident that people can't deny that we're in the last days, that shit is about to hit the fan, as they say. You can't continue to be saturated in lies forever. Eventually, you're going to realize that this place is fucking finished. And even if that has to be Esau's foot going up your ass. But this is verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So if you make the right decision out of those two options, to either conform to the beast system, because whether, it's the jab and not the chip, or whether the chip's in the jab, or whatever the case may be, it's still conforming to the beast. It doesn't matter how you look at it. Either way, it's something you're not going to participate in. And since you're not going to participate in that, you're going to have to face the repercussions, which means you're going to lose everything. Sometimes brothers make slip of the tongue and say, you got to be, prepared or willing to lose everything. Well, it's not just willing, because it's guaranteed you're going to lose everything. You're not going to get beamed up and everything's going to be like it was 5 years ago. You're going to lose your job. You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your car, because you can't afford these different things, because you made the choice to serve the Lord over the world. So now you have to face the repercussions, but it's better to face the repercussions of righteousness than the repercussions of wickedness.
Mm-hmm. I got this right here. This was an article. It's on Newsbreak. It's called Vaccinated America Has Had Enough. And this says, in the United States, this pandemic could have been over by now, and certainly would have been by Labor Day if the pace of the vaccination through the summer had been anything like the pace in April and May. The country would be nearing herd immunity, but most adults immunized, new and more infectious coronavirus would have nowhere to spread. Life could return nearly to normal. So you can see this article, we started seeing more and more articles where it used to, last year it was the rush to get the jab, to get a safe and effective jab. Now, this year, everything is being, the blame is being put on the unvaccinated people. So now they point the finger at everybody who's not taking the jab. They got this devil always got to have a boogeyman. Now this devil got over 150 boogeymans. Everybody who don't want to take it. So this devil is gonna have everyday citizens doing his dirty work for them. It's one thing to have the government, you see, the news media saying, "Hey, go down and get your jab. Go down and get your jab." Now he's gonna have your family telling you. He's gonna have your co-workers telling you. He's gonna have just a bum on the street telling you to do it. It's like everybody's gonna be telling the unjab to go get it. Because whenever I talk to people, they for some reason they open up the conversation. You don't have to worry about it. I've been jabbed. I'm like, I didn't ask you that, but people they feeling now compelled to tell you, hey, I'm safe. You can shake my hand. You can talk to me. Person don't care if you have or haven't. I'm just working. I don't want to know about your medical history. When has anybody in life ever just volunteered their medical information? The first time you meet them, like, come on, man. But this devil has gotten to the minds of these people where they feel like whenever they meet someone, they got to tell that complete stranger, you know what? I've been jabbed. I'm safe to be around. That just show you how this devil has really gotten to the minds of people, where now it's going to be the jab versus the unjab, and they're going to think that everybody who's not jabbed, they some kind of way a Trump supporter. I don't give a damn about DJ Trump, but they're gonna try to lump everybody else in that same little pocket. We so-called what do you call it? Patriotic people with Trump supporters. Just a bunch of madness. No, we believe in the scriptures. Lord told us we ain't supposed to make any cuts in our flesh. So guess what? We're not making any cuts in our flesh. The Lord is gonna provide for us if we have to lose our job. At the end of the day, I don't really want to work for these devils anyway, to be honest with you. What am I gaining by taking a jab to go to work? I don't want to work for these devils anyway. Just be truthful. I had Revelation 12 and 12. Also, Revelation 12, chapter 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Yeah, Esau Edom, he's got a short time. We seen all the videos. I seen with the brothers from Hawaii, where he uploaded a video where it was like 5 chariots over Honolulu. Seen another video. I think it was some chariots over. Forgot where it was, but I mean, we just seen all these videos of chariot sightings all over the world. And that's some of the signs. This devil, he can't hide all these different chariot sightings. I think I seen one video where they stopped traffic in one city. I think it was in Canada. I can't remember. It was on GMS Get This Work, where the interstate was stopped. Everybody was just looking at the chariot, and it was just like, I think the guy in the video said it flashed on and off like 5 different times. So, hey, this devil, he can't hide all these different chariot sightings. So that's one of the signs that he know that his world has come to end. That's why you got these different billionaires. They trying to go into outer space, but they only going up there to fulfill prophecy. That's the only reason why the Lord allowing them to test out anti-gravity, play around up there. But ultimately, that's not for them to do. That's for the children, for the nation of Israel. Once we get those new bodies to go into the heavens and come back down, that ain't for you damn devils. As a matter of fact, hey, as far as taking a slave into outer space, I wouldn't take no Edomite. Nope, your ass ain't going to outer space. Nope, your ass gonna stay right here on the damn earth. Work.
Well, I got this is an old article. It's almost a month old now. I don't know, it was that damn old. But it really just goes to show this has been the plan the whole time. That separation between, people that are willing to submit and people that are not. Which also, we haven't even really seen the full scale of that yet. Because essentially, when it first came out, it's whoever wanted to take it. People that were just easily gullible and taken in that snare. Then, they started bringing more fear mongering in, and then they started bringing bribery in. But pretty soon it's going to be, you got it or you don't, and you're out of society. You're no longer a citizen and you're an outcast. Because this was June 30th that this man said it. It was out of the horse's mouth himself. It says Fauci warns Delta variant will produce two Americas for the fact that we can't even say the damn word without getting clipped is something in itself. But it says for vaccinated and unvaccinated. So he's already telling you right there. And as it continues to go, you're going to see that separation more and more. But I want to go ahead and get this because, we, like it says in Matthew 7 chapter, we're walking down that straight gate. Lord, will we continue? That's the gate that we're walking down. Everybody else, majority of the people are going to go down that straight gate. You have some people that might not even conform to the beast, but they're not serving the Lord. So they're going to be put to death. But this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. Let me see how it starts before that. Yeah, I'll just do 24. It says, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. And it goes in, and this goes above and beyond just mammon in itself. You can't serve two masters in general. You can't serve the Most High in the world, because it tells you how this world is contrary to the Most High. Yahushua said how which I got that pulled up, John 15 and 19. It says, if you were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you, because you're trying to swim up a river. You're swimming against the current. When you're no longer following the path of wickedness, that's why when you came into this truth, now you have to battle demons in your head. You never had to do that before because you were going with the current. But once you come against the current, that's when you need to start actually using muscles and energy, man. And that's why it's such, more noticeable. You need to come against this world, and not only demons are going to, plague your mind. You're going to have literal people pretty soon, sell you out and try to put you down because you're not following them, especially when they're talking about making it seem like we're terrorists for not partaking in this, this folly. Now we're really going to be paying as an enemy. People might want to take your fucking head off. But that's the reality in this world, the way that it's going. But we don't want to be cool with this world, with the people of this world, with Frank at the job. Nobody gives a fuck about that nigga. We're trying to get saved. That's it. So whatever choices we need to do, whatever we need to make, whatever we need to go through to get to that point, that's what the fuck it is. It doesn't matter. We're not taking that shit, man. Lord will.
Mm-hmm. Can I get this right here? Luke 13 and 24. You mentioned it. I was gonna just go ahead and pull it out. Luke 13, 24. Strive to enter in at the straight gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. So we're gonna have many people. They're gonna seek to enter in, but they won't be able. Why won't they be able? Because first of all, they're not gonna have the Lord on their side. And second, they're gonna be looking to save their life. And that's the reason why they can't enter in that straight gate, because how would they save their life? By conforming to this world, by actually taking a jab, because here it is, you was given an ultimatum. You either take this or you get fired. But here it is, you spent your whole life, you went to school, you got all these degrees, you looking at all these degrees on your wall. It's like, am I really gonna give all this up because of what they say, some conspiracy theorists online? So ultimately, they're gonna take the jab, and then if they take that, they're gonna take the MOTB, because here it is, they didn't have faith, and when especially if they came across the prophets and seeing what the prophet was bringing out, and you still took it, we already know you're gonna take the MOTB because the Lord gonna put in your mind to take it because here it is, you was given the truth, and you're gonna rationalize some kind of way in your mind that, you know what, I need to do this for my family because I got to feed my kids, I got to feed my my family. Don't you know the Lord know you got to feed your family? He the one who gave you the family. So you don't think the Lord's going to provide a way for you to feed your family? You just got to have faith. You got to actually just our forefather Abraham, when he went to put his son to sacrifice him, he didn't know a ram was going to be coming up the other side of the mountain, going to come through the bush. He just went out on faith. Hey, we got to be the same way. We got to go out there on faith and trust and believe that the Lord is going to provide a way. And we know the Lord is going to provide a way. And hey, if it comes to a way, hey, even if we had to die, the Lord still provided a way. If you died in the truth, guess what? He provided a way on the chariot. So it's a win-win situation at the end of the day. If you die in the truth, guess what? You'll be on the chariot.
I got these two right here for you. Okay. So Proverbs 12 and 28, and then I'm going to jump up to 21. It says, because that's another thing, we constantly talk about how, James 1 and 22b, doers of the word, not hearers only. So now we're getting to the point where, yeah, it's cool. You kept the Sabbath and, you would love your neighbor as yourself and all that. But now that, like Elder Ward, I always hear him mention in videos, now that it's becoming inconvenient to serve the Lord, are you still going to be, are you still going to show your love towards the Lord in word and in deed? Because pretty soon it's not going to be as simple as, not throwing a pizza in the oven. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be different than not, stealing. It's going to take a lot more. Because it's getting to the point like it was in 2 Maccabees when it says it's not lawful to profess yourself a Jew. Pretty soon, you say anything against this system, you're going to get chopped the fuck down. Mm-hmm. In fact, I was watching a video yesterday from the brother in Tampa, and it was a video from a few years ago he made, and he was talking about how when he went to court, and he didn't go to court for anything with this truth, it was for something, it was for having custody of his daughter. But he was talking about how in the court, they brought up videos of him teaching and saying that he was a terrorist and all this and that. Or, not saying he was a terrorist, but they were trying to conclude that he wasn't fit to take care of a child because of that. They brought up the videos of him. So they already know. We're already on the Southern Poverty Law Center. It's just a matter of time because even when you read through the Gospels, it tells you that the wicked scribes and Pharisees wanted to kill Yahushua each and every time that he said something, but they couldn't because it wasn't that time. Pretty soon is going to be the time when Esau's going to be able to kick your front door down rather than knock on it. So you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready to go down for this thing if you have to. But this is Proverbs 12 and 28. It says, and Salaki for the long-windedness, but this is Proverbs 12 and 28. In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof there is no death. And that's exactly it. Because even being a martyr, which that's not a lot of brothers, I don't consider that death. That's not really. You're going to sleep to wake up, and you're going to be glorified right away. That's a glorious death. When I think about this right here, I'm thinking about you're not going to be destroyed by these nuclear missiles. You're not going to be, tortured to death like these 2/3 and all these other wicked people out here are going to be, because you chose to make the decisions that weren't convenient carnally, but they were convenient spiritually. Your treasures were in heaven, so your heart was there also. And then this is Proverbs 12 and 21. It says, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Because it tells you in Isaiah that my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. Like the brother said, you got to have faith. Because if you actually believe the word, the scriptures say that the Lord is not a man that he should lie. So if he said that his men are going to get fed, then you're going to get fed. Because he's not a man that he should lie, because the words are faithful and true, because he told you that. So you just got to believe. That's the missing component. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stick the plug into the outlet to get electricity flowing through it. You got to meet the Lord halfway. I told you this. It's in the scriptures. You read it every day. You go out, you can't talk about it. So where's your faith? But that, that just goes into applying the scriptures.
Con.
I don't know if you had anything. You got something else?
Let's see. I don't have another precept. Did you have another one?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and get one more.
Okay.
I did make mention of this. Oh man. This is 1 John 3:18. My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. So like the brother says, you're not supposed to make cutting, referring to the law, you're not supposed to make cuttings in your flesh. It's very obvious that you going to take this thing is not according to the Most High, and the Most High, that's something that's frowned upon in terms of the scriptures, man. So show the Lord that you love him by making the right decision, because right now you may not have to, really worry about it, or nobody may ask, or because I know I was standing in line, and I was standing in line a few hours ago, and it said if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need a mask. Nobody in the line had a mask on. So either they just don't care enough to enforce it like that, or whatever the case may be. But right now, if you don't wear a mask, nobody's gonna, well, show me your proof. People are just gonna assume that you tell the truth. So right now, it's easy to blend in and seem like you're still in the game, so to speak, with these people. But once it comes to the point where, because a brother brought out a clip from a movie, the brother Yeshaya from West Palm, she was talking about how her baby, I don't know if you saw it, she's talking about her baby hasn't eaten or won't eat or something like that. And the lady was like, has she, like she can't eat or she's not able to eat. And she was like, show me your identification. Put out your right hand. And she wouldn't do it. It's going to come to the point when you need to provide proof of insurance, so to speak, and you ain't going to have that shit. So now it's going to start getting rough. But you need to make the choice, which the right, they always tell you that in the world, the right decision is not always the easiest. Especially in a wicked world, of course, it's not easy. But at the end of the day, do you want that instant gratification that's going to lead to utter destruction, or do you want that to be uncomfortable for righteousness' sake to end up getting saved from the nuclear destruction? I mean, that's up to you. But I mean, it's pretty clear what should be chosen, and what's more logical and rational to choose than the other. But people don't weigh out the options. They'd rather have comfortability right then and there. They'd rather go to Wendy's than grill a steak. So that is what it is. But, through the Spirit, Lord will, we're going to grill that steak. And we're going to reap those benefits when it gets off the grill, man.
God, yeah, because they want to feed the flesh. They're not looking at, the spiritual side of it. They're not looking at the will of the Lord. They think that only thing they can see is I don't have anything to eat, and that's the only thing they look at. They're not looking at what did the Lord say. Here it is, everybody believe in the Bible. But when we bring out precepts to back up the statements that we're making, the reason why we shouldn't take the jab, reason why we shouldn't take the MOTP. And then when you present it with it and you still take it, of course the Lord going to show you, because the Lord sent out prophets to break it down to you, to make it plain upon tables so that you can understand it. Here it is. The Lord he didn't bring someone speaking Spanish to you and you speak English. No, the Lord got brothers that can speak English. We can convey it in English. The Lord got brothers that can speak Spanish. They can convey it to the Spanish-speaking brother. The Lord got brothers speaking various different languages to break it down to his people. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. So you can't say, Lord, I spoke Chinese and these brothers were speaking English. No, not going to work. Kill his ass. Off with his head. So, so it's no excuse. It's no excuse when brothers bring it out and say, hey, you shouldn't. Here it is. When we could take clips from doctors, people who actually have degrees, breaking down what's in these different jabs. So you finding out they got all these different, fetal tissues, this craziness that's in normal jabs. So why would you inject that in your body? That's in a normal one. So why would you want to put that in your body?
This is the one they're enforcing.
Exactly. I'm like,
See,
come on. Wise up, Jake. Like, come on, man. No, you don't want aborted fetus in your body, do you? No, of course not, Jake. But this is the devil we're dealing with, man. So, hey, it's no more clothes for your sins, Jake. No more clothes for your sins. I mean, the word is going. It's been going out, and I did have one precept. I want to Amos. Amos 8, and I'm gonna just read the Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. So it's gonna come a time where brothers won't be able to put these videos up on YouTube. Brothers won't be able to go out to the highways and byways. So if you don't have this truth, this is our grace period. We're supposed to be building up our faith, girding up our loins. We're supposed to be getting this truth. You know what I'm saying? If you're not out there teaching, you should be listening to the different videos, getting yourself built up, finding out what's the next step you should be doing as far as, in this time. So it's going to come a time where you're not going to be able to get this word. So whatever you got, whatever oil you have, that's it. That's the only oil you're going to have. The only people you're going to be able to find is a false prophet. They're going to take your oil from you. Shit, they ain't got oil, the false prophet. So you better find a false prophet. You better find TD Jakes. He's going to say, take the jab. Your old pastor used to go to church to. He's going to tell you to take the jab. And then you'll probably find ISP UK. Ain't no telling what they're going to tell you to do. You go see GOCC. Ain't no telling what they're going to take. All those 501c3, you probably see them on YouTube. But, the men of Great Millstone, those speaking that 100% true, video is going to be gone. So you're going to be left with people who say they don't have 100% truth. So if they don't have 100% truth, the 20% that you need, they ain't got it. So, but that's what you need. You need that last 20%. IUIC, they'll tell you that you're Israelite. They'll break down, portion of the scriptures. You know you're Israelite. You don't need that part from them. That you don't need from them. You need to find out what is the MOTB. Should you take it or should you not take it? But the people who you said was always getting on these other groups, that for some reason you can't find them on YouTube. So what are you gonna do? You go to where the Apostle used to be at 34th Street. They been left that spot, so now they be in different spots in New York. You try to find the brothers in Dallas. They not on that corner teaching. Try to find the brothers in Los Angeles. You don't see them. Brothers in Atlanta, you can't find them. So now you just at a loss. So hey, when that famine hits, that's gonna be it. The Lord gonna be shutting down that ministry. So hey, whatever you have, that's what you're gonna be left with. What's it? 5 foolish and 5 wise. Go to them that sell and buy for yourself. Well, guess what? We selling the truth right now. You can buy it, but when that famine of word hit, brothers ain't gonna be selling the truth. You know how you go to them shop, they close down shop. Shop gonna be closed down then. You got to fend for yourself. What you got?
With the MOTB too, these are the cats out here. They act like it ain't got no relevance. Talking about how we're in the last days and how Shai's about to come back, but that's not being mentioned. I mean, if it was 1437, it would make sense, that you're not talking about it as much. But even then, it should still be mentioned. But we're in the last days. We're in the time where there is something that's out there that is very similar to that in terms of it being a prelude to it. And you're still not talking about the MOB. It's a problem, because when it actually comes out, you're going to be held responsible, especially the upper leaders of those, because they know what the hell it is. They know what it really is. You're going to be held accountable. Why weren't you telling people about this? In fact, some of these guys are going to be promoting that shit. You know, because it's one thing to not talk about it, but it's a whole nother thing when you're actually promoting that bullshit too. Or you gotta even be in the mind of somebody that's just coming in. If you hear that it's Christianity, and you find out that you need to take the chip to keep your job, you're going to take the chip because it's not the mark. It's not the mark, right? Come on, man. Shit's fucking bugged out. But I had this, which we can close unless you got something else you want to bring out or say. But this is Matthew 6:31-33. Because this is what it all comes down to, man. Just put your faith in the Lord, trust Yahweh Shema Shai, and you're going to be all right. Which is much easier said than done. You know, we shouldn't have to say that, but, you know, that's why it's called the hour of temptation. That's why it's called being put through the furnace of adversity. It's not supposed to be easy. You know, if you're a bodybuilder, you're not getting stronger from lifting SpongeBob weights. You need to actually put weight that's going to, you know, give your muscles, you know, oppression, so to speak. But this Matthew 6:31 says, therefore take, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. So here it is, he created you, but he doesn't know that you need to eat every day or every few days or whatever the case may be. Come on, man. It talks about in this same chapter how he feeds the animals. They don't work. You know, birds come down and eat some damn French fries that somebody threw out the window 2 hours ago, or eating worms, stuff like that. Come on, man. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So put that first and everything else will follow. The Lord's going to take care of you. He wants you to, I mean, after all, I mean, even look at Apostle John. All the other disciples, they were martyrs, but Apostle John, the Lord had a purpose for him to go on and write the book of Revelations. Well, if the Lord wants to continue using you as a vessel to do this work, why the hell would he let you starve this week? You go to camp, now all of a sudden the Lord's going to let you starve and you're going to die of starvation. Saturday comes, they're going to wonder where you at. It's not going to happen because the Lord he has a purpose for you to fulfill. And he said that the Lord told us the majority of his men are going to be delivered. And the ones that don't get so-called delivered is because they're martyrs. No brother's going to starve to death, man. The Lord is going to provide. Just believe that. Just believe that. That's all you need to know, man. But yeah, that's all I had.
Hey, you're right. Hey, that's all Jake need to know. Don't want to see Jake want to know the details. Like, okay, at 1 o'clock, the Lord gonna give me some spaghetti noodles. At 6:30, I'm gonna get a Sprite. No, don't worry about the details. Like you say, the Lord is gonna provide. I don't need to know how. I just know He is.
Right, and then another, because I forgot, I was gonna add this. You definitely got to have faith, especially if you a man of the Lord in America. You talking about how America is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles, but you don't believe that the Lord is going to deliver you? So what does that mean for you then? Like, you got to have faith to be talking about your house is going to get hit with missiles. Your whole state, here it is. You're in California. You're talking about, yeah, California is going to get decimated, and you don't even believe you're going to get saved. Like, what? You got to have faith, bro. You got to have faith. It takes great faith and boldness to say, yeah, the Lord's going to destroy America, because you believe that you're going to get delivered from that. You know, you got to have faith, bro. You got to have faith, man.
I don't want to be in that mushroom cloud.
Man.
Yeah, hey, that's all I had, though.
Okay. But Lord, will let this was edifying. Just want to throw up a Shabath lesson, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makah, Kodash. Double honors be to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone to rule well and teach well. Peace, blessings, salutations be to the hopeful elect. With that said, Shalom.
Shalom.